Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
With their arms.
And somebody that is exercising his right as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for?
Trial for what, Ma John Ndibo? Trial for what? What is the essence of that trial? How many bandits, terrorists, can you put a gonna court to be a trial? To me, I feel this is a time when Ndibo need to rise and act fast. Barrister Maxwell OKPARA na Lloyd Makona ha bambo ha na emike ha. You people now Ndibo need to rise up, especially Ndibo ndi na diaspora. Ebe our southeastern governors and leaders if they're going to TC with that, see that Namazen Namde Kano Gamona detention. Ndibo needs to rise up. To me, my opinion, especially Indino na diaspora. Watch this video. Can you look Barrister Maxwell OKPARA taking no time here? We call up Ife Meru na court today. One na Ifo kuna video na Banyambili. Mazen Namde Kano needs to come out of that detention because Oman not there. Why bandits? Ndafro with guns and then we pissed off with government. And then you pardon to people, man, they people, man, they made all sort of things that Mazen Namde Kano have not even done quarter of what they did. And then you have pardon. Now granting her pardon, freedom. And then Mazen Namde Kano just for standing and saying he wants his people's right to be acknowledged. Watch your video. Can you in a court today? If in a court today na because the NMA Bon Nigerian Medical Association apatago we biagwa omoto show has said that now we feel any Mazen Namde Kano. One na Hassan Mazen Namde Kano ga stand that trial. Eteru say. Near the news over na punch. Look at it, it's everywhere trending that no way he have run any Mazen Namde Kano. Ni feneme had the whole life threatening that he can stand the trial. So watch this video. Can look at Barrister Maxwell OKPARA jiwe ko apta iwe Julian Obi. One bottle sa video can do also with fear. Enjoy the video.
This is a public document. Brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. And if you watch there in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Mazen Namde Kano is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has all these particular issues, you now in the last paragraph to say that from your own distance he can stand trial. Somebody that is passing through all this ailments. Having said that, too, go to make a consequential order. Say, please, go and examine him and report back to me. They never examine Mazen Namde Kano. Only for them to come up with this report. Nigerian Medical Council, they should be very careful because this is a professional body and you are expected to act professionally. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a practicing lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, we obtained his specimen. We carried out this lab, and the lab showed this, and we are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash. And you want court to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go. And because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confess from our clients. Yes, it was when Namde Kano said, what? We are the people that even gave Namde Kano this thing. When the court was about to sit, we are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
With their arms.
And somebody that is exercising his right as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by Court of Appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, this is the Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Namde Kano today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Namde Kano committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the West? You cannot. People have been agitating. So and so has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo, and they feel that nobody can speak with him for him. And we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You did not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you ask us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? We should call evil, and when you call evil, it will stop existing. That is our submission.
Well, in the first instance, I want to tell you that there is no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I challenge anybody, if you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed an offense, which offense? It's just an intimidation because he is from an Igbo. If Nnamdi Kanu is from another tribe, we will not be there today. We have seen people that committed crime, and the bandits, terrorists, and the federal government are having discussion with them. Nnamdi Kanu is just exercising his fundamental right of self-determination, which is several courts, internationally, locally, has declared that Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. I have judgments, including the one court awarded billions of naira against the Nigerian government. The other day, Kenya government decided on it. International Human Rights Organization has also decided on it. So when you say that political solution, as if Nnamdi Kanu has committed a crime, some people said, grant him amnesty. Amnesty for what? You grant amnesty to somebody who committed a crime and well established. So the issue of a political solution, they should allow him to control with his agitation. If you know all those things that gave rise to the agitation, address it. The agitation will die a natural death. So the white people are calling Mr. Tinubu, President Tinubu, is just for him because his trial is embarrassing Nigeria the more. I know what I'm telling you. It's embarrassing Nigeria the more. I don't know who is pushing Nigeria. Some people say that it's Britain. If it's Britain, can't you tell Britain to stop embarrassing this country? Now you arrest somebody for over 10 years now. No single charge. You continue to amend. Okay, Court of Appeal now discharge and acquit him. You refuse to release him for complete 8 days before you now go back to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court said, you said that he jumped bail, he never jumped bail. The procedure upon which we brought him to this country was illegal. What do you want again? Any opportunity to embarrass this country, our leaders will never miss it. They must ensure that Nigeria is being embarrassed. Is it for people to tell you to discontinue this distraction and focus what is focusing you? Why you are elected? Why you even aspired to be the president? So that is my own issue. So the issue of the police is long overdue. Nnamdi Kanu is just there for the reason personally known to them. I know what I'm talking about. I have participated in the trial. Now you open a case for terrorists. No single weapon. You do not tender any single weapon. What you tender is boxers, his boxers, singlet, perfume you collected in his hotel room, speaker, microphone he's using to do broadcast. What an embarrassment. You did not even front somebody, one single person as a witness. This is somebody who committed an act of terrorism, who said that, yes, Nnamdi Kanu sponsored me. You said that he made a live broadcast saying that they should kill people. What an embarrassment. So that Mr. President should, as a matter of fact, stop embarrassing this country, direct Attorney General to discontinue that charge and allow Nnamdi Kanu to continue with his agitation.
Okay, so let's say that, and I hear you and your reasoning, but let's say that a political solution were accepted. What would your client be willing to concede or guarantee in return for example, an end to IPOB secessionist rhetoric or activities? Because it feels like that's what they want him to do.
Of course, in the course of anything that you are doing in life, you must have one or two mistakes where you did not get it right. It's only God that will get everything right. I at least Nnamdi Kanu one thing I noticed in him is that he's one-tempered. That he just say it as it is, without being diplomatic, without missing words, and the thing is not good as a leader. I know what I'm saying. So I think by now he must have learned those mistakes. I even that. So if he's coming out now, he will now change his style of agitation. It's your right to agitate. I can start agitating, asking that I want to have Federal Republic of Maxwell, United Nations African Charter, both local and international legislation granted him that right to agitate. Then if I merit it, let it be. So shutting him down that he should not agitate for Biafra again, you are removing that thing that makes him a human being. That is exercising his fundamental rights. One of the things that distinguish me from an animal is my enforcement of my fundamental rights. Right to life, right to express my opinion, right, freedom of movement, which dog doesn't have, which goat doesn't have. I have it. So I said that I should not exercise my rights of expression. I should not exercise my right of freedom because you want me to be out. No, it is wrong. We are operating democracy that is predicated on constitutional governance. So we should allow things to work out. Like if I were the president, the current president, all those issues that gave rise to this, after all, people started agitating before Buhari came. They ignored him. Wazirike was agitating. The people ignored them. You got to agitate. Let your eye be on the ball. Address all those issues. That will just die a natural death. Even when he was coming, like personally, I don't believe that my brother will be a president. It's because of some people in this country that divided us among. When I see an Hausa or Fulani person, I will be seeing as our enemy. It is our leaders that cause all these things. Ordinarily, when somebody is ruling, nobody cares. I came back, I traveled how many countries? I was asking myself, our leaders, do they see all these people? I was there in Paris, I was there in Vienna, I was there in Spain. I was seeing how nobody cares who is the president. Nobody cares. I don't care who is my president. What I need is let things continue to function. If you see somebody who is qualified, let the person be there. I don't care. It is because of this divide and rule our leaders are making. If you see someone that is competent, that is what is bringing all these things. For goodness sake, they should allow Nnamdi Kanu to go. There is no case against charge against him as far as I'm concerned. Are you good? I'm saying it's just because the government feel that it's from the Igbo extraction, and Igbos cannot do anything. When Sonny Igboho was arrested there in Benin Republic, the Yorubas stood up and they make a move to Sonny Igboho is out and he's still agitating. Has anybody arrested him? I can go on and on and on. The president of Mieti Allah the other day was the charge they prefer against him was withdrawn. I can go on and on. The other day they granted people that committed crime. Those the one that killed the husband, the one that committed the drug bandit in Castina and in Zafara. You are having discussion with terrorists and bandits. And the word of Nnamdi Kanu, he said that he made broadcast and they're keeping him there because it's from Igbo extraction.
Mr. OKPARA, let's focus on what your legal team is doing right now. Is your legal team coordinating with political actors in the Southeast to formalize any proposals, or are the statements like Mbaz purely symbolic and without legal follow-through?
What Nnamdi Kanu told them, and he stand by that. Nnamdi Kanu said, if you are releasing me with any condition, I'm not accepting it. Of course, you should know him. You don't intimidate him. Anything that is any release that has to do with a condition, he will not take it. He will not take it. So and he has told them that nobody should go and beg for me. I was with him on Monday. He said that nobody should beg for him. He continued to say it anytime I went to visit him. He said nobody should beg for me. I never committed any crime. Even if I'm dying there. I never committed any crime. He maintained it. After all, he has lost the father and the mother. When they are persecuting him, he's being persecuted. And we should call him for evil. That's why I love someone like Showore and some other people from the north and that are calling evil. They did not say no because of his an evil. An injury to one is an injury to one is an injury to all. So let the federal government ask him to go. He never committed any crime. Even the judge know that he never committed any crime. Even the prosecution know that the prosecutor know that he never committed any crime. It is act of intimidation. They want to show that nobody can agitate for Biafra again. That's it has no place. You cannot use somebody said after dealing with him, nobody will rise to agitate for Biafra again. Who says so? People will come, people will agitate. When you push people to the wall, people will agitate. And somebody is telling me that this country is not negotiable. The unity of this country is not negotiable. It is negotiable. When things are not moving, if some people feel cheated, they will tell you to come, let us negotiate. That is how it's supposed to be.
All right.
Nobody is a slave. Nobody is more Nigerian than nobody is a second-class citizen in this country.
All right,
so that is it.
Mr. Maxwell OKPARA, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure.